our choir and our men into their local church.
Oh, wonderful.
Because, you know, Jonathan, most of the people I meet are feeling helpless and hopeless against this epidemic.
Right, right.
But when our men come in, they sing 2, 3, 4 songs, share testimonies of overcoming faith and victory in Jesus Christ. People they catch a vision.
Right.
They begin to say, hey, there's hope for my loved one. There's a way that I can get him out of this thing. And it gives them hope, and they begin to pray and start talk to that loved one. That's one of the finest ways that they can get in touch is have us come into the church. It will lift their hearts, their faith, and then and help hopefully to get their loved one to come to that service and see with their own eyes and experience you know, what's going on in our guys' lives. These guys rock churches when they come in because God's doing a great thing in their lives.
Oh, yes, He is. And you know, this is so wonderful. And there's so many people under the sound of my voice. Take just a minute and listen to this. There is hope. You know, a lot of people are searching for that hope, and they're searching for that answer. And I'm so glad the hope and the answer is still there. And all you got to do is have the faith to come and get it.
That's right.
And let me ask you this. Is it in-house, or do you all schedule meetings, or how does that work?
Well, all they need to do is call our office at 606-599-9716. And we would be happy to try to find a mutually convenient time, Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, we don't care. We'll come out and try to encourage a local church in a community.
Very good. Now, what's the classes like at Chad's Hope? I mean, do they have to stay there, or how does that work?
The men live on site. We have a very nice facility outside of Manchester. Right now we have 25 men in the program and about 3 or 4 guys who are postgraduate who are staying on to help out a little bit.
Very good.
The daily schedule consists of they get up in the morning, they eat, they have chapel, they go into group classes for an hour and a half, then they go into personal studies. Afternoon, they work around the property and doing various community service things.
Right.
In the evening, they have a little more study time. They have free time, prayer time. I mean, it is Christ-centered. They're there for a year.
Oh, that is wonderful. And you know, within that year period, I'm sure you've seen so many lives that have been touched and a change take place in their life. They're never the same again.
Yes, sir. We've got some real interest stories. 2 of our graduates, one of them is from over in Lawrence County and the other one is from way out in Madisonville, Kentucky. Both of them had major legal problems and serious long-term drug addictions. One of them manages the dining room at a local restaurant. The other manages the kitchen. He's the head chef at a very reputable restaurant in town. I mean, these guys, they run their company. They tell their employees they're going to be drug tested because they want to live in a drug-free environment.
That is so good.
Yeah, we've got another boy up in Winchester who was facing a lot of time. He's now working for a Christian school. He's got his own lawn care business, getting married. His mother just called me the other night and said, you know, he's been out for a year. He's doing great. We've got another guy who graduated our program. He's from Martin County, graduated last year. He just now has been working as a staff assistant with us, going to the School of Cosmetology and Barbering there in Manchester. Just graduated that. He's going to have his own barber business in Clay County. So God's straightening these men out.
Praise God.
Yes, sir.
And you know, we give God and Jesus all the glory.
Yes,
because, you know, that's where our help comes from, is from the Lord.
You betcha.
And you know, these guys, they need encouragement. They need to know that somebody's there for them and to help them to meet the goal. You see, the goal is being free from drugs. And, you know, hand in hand, by faith, leading them to Jesus, that's the goal right there.
Right.
And so many lives. You know, it's not only Manchester, it's London and Corbin and all the surrounding areas. You read about it every day in the paper. You see it every day in the news. Another drug bust, another meth house, this, that, and other. And these guys have serious problems. But I'm so glad that there's places like Chad's Hope that give serious answers.
Amen. We've got guys from all over the region, Rockcastle, Madison County, Laurel, Whitley, just all over the region. We got boys from Eastern Kentucky out in Martin County, Lawrence, Johnson County, even got a few from over in Tennessee. And it's just wonderful to see the transformation that the Lord can bring. And the joy you see in Mama and Daddy's eyes and the wife and the children as the whole family starts to get hope again.
Now, let me ask you a serious question. Say, like, I'll give you, for instance, if you got a cousin that's on drugs so much that they can't even help themselves, how can somebody help them? Can they just refer